I will give thee a life that thou hast not yet lived. I will offer thee a life of absolute wealth, comfort, beauty, not only for thine own self.
And for my parents.
And for your parents as
my
well.
My parents.
They will be taken care of.
They shall live in this house forever and continue to reap the benefits of this wonderful garden in which we stand.
Absolutely.
And my father, he will never have to worry about any taxes come due.
Never! The burden of taxes has been lifted off his shoulders.
And my mother, she can shelter many animals as she wishes.
If she wishes to turn our homestead into a farm, I shall not disagree.
Even an ostrich.
Even an ostrich.
Well, indeed. Then I thank thee, and I thank thee for thy gifts, and thy wife I shall be. Now, if
then,
thou wouldst part,
yeah.
I do have one last meeting.
And I have one last utterance. For our wedding shall be taking place tomorrow night.
Giorgio is not far. He mustn't be.
I shall steal myself into the garden and listen a moment.
Oh, when I heard that trumpet blow, I wished, if only 'twere my lips that were the mouthpiece of said trumpet.
Oh, my.
And if only those were my crumpets he was stroking.
Thou art as hot to me as a fresh crumpet straight from the oven.
And he would butter me up, just like said crumpets. Oh, Giorgio, strumpet. Oh, 'twill be so sad.
I can bear it no longer, Marguerite.
Oh, Giorgio!
Oh, I have found thee here.
Long have I waited for thee.
Embrace me over yon crumpet tray. Allow me to remove this. I have brought thee thy favorite strawberry.
Oh, indeed. But Giorgio...
Yet it is none so sweet as you.
Giorgio, there's...
Allow me to set this aside. Yes. I have heard rumors of terrible news, Marguerite.
Thou knowest?
I know that thou hast been promised to another. But I also know that our love is truer than any love that has ever existed between man and woman.
'Tis true.
You, a woman of 14, me, a man of 16.
Though I wish not to hurt thee, Giorgio, I must marry another.
No, Marguerite.
Well, what sayest thou? That I run away with thee? That I cast away my life to live in poverty on the streets without any wealth? And to do the same unto my parents?
Oh.
Okay, maybe.
Marguerite, I have spoken to thy father earlier today, and he has said that should this love be true, that he would bless it. If thou wouldst agree to live with me, regardless of wealth or public standing or creature comforts, in sickness and in health.
Oh, my love, 'tis true, thou knowest this, and I would give thee that life forever. Imagine ourselves on the streets, trumpeting away.
Aye.
Trumpeting your strumpets, or strumpeting thy crumpets, whatever.
Hand in hand.
Making music and making pastries.
And thou wilt help me catch the little furry mammals upon which I use in my recipes.
And we can come upon gardens with the nature, and look at the beautiful flowers like I see in this one of my father's home. The one which he hath worked so hard for. And I could not visit him here. Nay, for he would be in the streets.
Marguerite, I have not a ring, but take this, my fanciest crumpet, and say yes to our love, and let none other trumpet. Wouldst thou take my surname, Strumpet? Have my hand in marriage,
Nay! No!
Thou sayest nay.
There!
Thou sayest mare? Hast thou become a horse? What sayest thou?
I say it's nay! Nay! Giorgio, it hurt me so, but nay! I apologize. This is our last meeting. It must be, for I cannot give my father the life of poverty. He hath worked so hard to keep this land and maintain it. And my mother, she would be so happy if she could have a fox here.
But Marguerite, surely our love is great enough to overcome such obstacles.
Sacrifices must be made in order to protect the ones that one loves. And I do love my father and my mother so much that although I could put myself in the future we have planned, I may not do that to my parents, for they would die. They could not survive.
Then thou wouldst wallow away in misery with this tax collector?
Aye! It won't be misery, for I will still be with my parents here at home and get a necklace.
That necklace would weigh down upon thy neck, and I dare say choke thee, for thou wouldst be burdened with the albatross of this false marriage. Very well. I shall return to the streets.
Okay. No, I cannot look at thee, Giorgio! But I pray thee, don't play that trumpet near my window many a night, for it will be too hard.
I bid thee farewell, Marguerite,
One last look upon thy face.
for I am like a hand that has no glove. I see now thou art my lost love. Crumpets!
Oh, my darling Marguerite, I thought I would find you out here. Oh, methinks you despair. I do, mother.
Oh,
I do, but nay. Nay, 'tis all okay. For I am to be wed to a tax collector. Certainly a decent life awaits us.
yes, and it is high time that I had that talk with you about the birds and the bees.
Oh.
So, please sit down. It's going to be short. You see, when you are betrothed to someone that you must find love for, you need to fake your love for a long, long time.
Mother, didst thou do this with father?
Yes, I've yet to find that love, but I was told, and it's been passed down from mother to mother to mother, that I would find that love for him. I'm still looking. But I must tell you, I long for a different kind of love. Oh, nay, it is wrong, I must say. It involves animals. It isn't what you think. I just love them more than your father.
You mean thou carest for them in a way that thou lookest upon them so fondly as you would a sister
Yes.
or a daughter?
Yes. You understand. And so when I fake my love for your father, I've given myself many awards for how I do it because he believes me. You know, men are like that, really. That's what you must learn. That is about the birds and the bees. Fake it, and they will believe you.
I shall go to my room and fake it now.
Be this true?
Oh, you heard us.
I, thinkest thou I was a rock?
Well, I thought actually that you were a small furry pet sitting over there, so I didn't notice it was you.
Esmeralda, dost thou not love me?
I want to. I do. I want to love you. I've looked for that love, but when I look at you, I don't see it. Not really. But, you know, I love you like, methinks I love you like a friend.
Dear Esmeralda, I have my life to you devoted. Have I treated you ill?
No. No, nay, you haven't treated me poorly.
And yet thou chillest me to the bone to relinquish me to the friend zone.
Well, if the truth be told, when I fantasize, I picture you in an animal shelter. and then my heart just goes, and then I pretend to love you.
'Tis as though thou art across a chasm. Didst thou really think you...
Oh, I feel such shame because we've been together for so long, and I want desperately to love you.
And yet one cannot love where love loves not to love.
Well, love loves love, and love comes in different ways. I mean, there's man love, there's animal love.
Stop,
Stay.
stay.
I was going to get to you.
Was I not the man?
You are the man of the house, and that's how it works now. You make all the rules. I just break them when you're not looking.
Esmeralda, without thy love, what carest I for this green garden? For I might as well my remaining years waste away in prison. For without thy love I am imprisoned where else whither I wander.
But don't you see, it isn't all the time that I fake my love for you. It's just most of the time. I love when you're away.
Thou meanest this?
Yes, I do. Banish me, if you will. Send me to an animal shelter. Oh, that would be the worst thing that could happen.
Nay, I assume, my lady, I must thank thee for disemburdening me of my delusion that I was loved. Where be Sir James? Sir James!
I heard you call upon me, my lord.
Knowest thou that I didst my daughter's friend Giorgio agree to let him wed should he win her love? Knowest too that she rejected him, for she doth have a natural love for me. And yet, I see now that all my pain was in vain, and there be naught for me upon this outside world. Marguerite! Marguerite!
Father?
I knowest thou hast denied thy Giorgio. Come here, my sweet.
I'll bid you adieu for now.
I will sit, but only because I planned to do so before.
Marguerite, thou art beautiful,
I know.
and thou art my love. And I know that thou hast denied thy Giorgio for me. Ask not how I know, 'tis complicated. But I know. However, I have sometime come to learn that all I wished to live for was a mirage, and didst evaporate as quickly as money upon the stock market. And therefore, I cannot, if I live in prison for the remainder of my years. I break this bond. I renege upon my offer, sir. I take my daughter's hand back, and freely may thou givest it to your Georgia.
Knowest the words with which you speak?
I speak them, and I speak them thrice. I renege upon my offer, one. I renege upon my offer, twice. I renege upon my offer, so sayest I thrice.
Then knowest that this be the greatest insult with which any man has fallen upon my head.
Well, then.
Knowest this, that my guard here, take this man in custody.
Nay!
For thou shalt now spend the remainder of thy years in a jail cell, rotting away from thy family, and this household will be banished and gone, and your daughter, you, shall live in poverty amidst the animals. Take him away.
Nay, father, nay!
Sweet Marguerite, embrace thy Giorgio and love him well, for as long as thou art in love, thou shalt never know hell.
Father, nay! No! Father! Oh, Giorgio! How I wish to hear thy trumpet of thy scrumpety trumpets. You are the only one who I can dream of. Giorgio!
My love, Marguerite, I did hear from over that garden wall my name. From the mouth of the most beautiful angel, what troubles thee?
Giorgio, didst thou wait for me along the wall of the garden all this time? Is that how much thou lovest me?
Yes.
I did look out my window many upon those 20 minutes we have been separated. And every time I did hear a trumpet, I thought of thee, Giorgio. The contract is null and void. I shall not be married. I shall live in poverty.
Then thou art free to marry me.
Yes, of course, Giorgio. But I cannot live in this happiness. Not while my father rots away in prison.
I am most aggrieved to hear about your father's plight. But couldst thou not fake it? Couldst thou pretend to be happy? Hand in hand as we march through the streets.
I tell thee this, Giorgio. I did fake it many times in my bedroom just now. And I find I am no good at it. Giorgio, I wish nothing more than to marry thee, but I wish to do so with my father at my side, to witness our marriage. We need to get him out of prison. Otherwise, I shall never be happy.
Then I swear it, here and now, under the full moon, Marguerite. I shall do whatever it takes to get thy father out of prison. Whatever it takes.
'Tis time now for an intermission. Pray, take thy time and ponder, for the crisis of our play has risen. Take a break, stretch your legs, but think of me, who pines away in prison.